Avast ye scallywags! Welcome to the first chapter of Let's Play Return to Monkey Island. I be your merry host, Sensei Starman. And this is the last I'm going to be doing this voice, at least for the moment, because even though I am recording this on National Talk Like a Pirate Day, which coincides with the release of this wonderful game, it's going to get really old really fast if I start doing that through the whole review. So, for those of you who might be unfamiliar with this game, go check out my playthrough of the original Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2 LeChuck's Revenge and The Curse of Monkey Island. I have yet to get around to doing Let's Plays of Escape from Monkey Island, which was the fourth game in the series, and Tales from Monkey Island. I will get to those eventually, but owing to the fact that this game came out today, and I'm really looking forward to it, I'm going to do a playthrough of it. And like most of the playthroughs I've done before, I am going into this one completely and totally unprepared. So I may get stuck on puzzles, I may get frustrated, I may curse creatively, so you have that to look forward to. So with that done, and the picture of me looking impressive in my pirate garb from the Ren Fest in the background, let us go ahead and begin. Presuming that we don't have a Steam crash. Okay, so far so good. Devolver Digital, Lucasfilm Games. Ah! Yep, view the scrapbook if you are new to Monkey Island or need a refresher. Nice little touch, and there are achievements. Let's check out the scrapbook, why not?
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
Actually, I'm going to go back. Get some text for the benefit of those who might need it. Writer's cut, more blabber, worse pacing. Sounds good to me, and SFX subtitles. Alright, so with that done, scrapbook.
Hey, want to see my mighty pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
Mighty Pirate. Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. Now we have a Tell Me More option.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Okay, nice way of walking through the interface this time around, though it's not that difficult.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor at the time. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters.
Mostly grog tasters.
Treasure hunting is important for any pirate. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the 3 trials. LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Sort of.
My first ship was the Sea Monkey. I bought it at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Doesn't seem like you skip it once you start it, the conversation chain, but...
Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map. There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some substitutions, but it got us there just the same.
One of the more aggravating puzzles in the original game if you were playing it in CGA mode and couldn't read the instructions, let me tell ya.
You had to brew a special potion. On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrod, He and the locals wrote a lot of indignant letters to each other.
A lot of indignant letters.
We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure. I made it to the church just in time to stop the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that?
Well, she's awesome.
By then, I had learned that ghosts like LeChuck are vulnerable to root beer. Just trust me, it works, okay? I defeated LeChuck, and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical. These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good times. I met my good friend Wally. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
And she's suddenly a brunette again in that picture.
Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
Well, Guybrush kind of accidentally was responsible for that, but he's not going to admit that.
The fact that he turned her into a statue tells me LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got eaten by a snake. I got buried alive. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaking.
So apparently all of the games that Ron Gilbert did not make are still in continuity. Good to know.
This was a great day. Though in retrospect we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering.
No mention of Haggis McMutton and all his buddies from the 3rd game, though.
This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them to match. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all. Or was it? Everything started because they thought Elaine was dead, so they held an election to replace her. The ultimate insult was LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time.
With Monkey Mecha.
I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean. Or so it seemed.
This would be Tales of Monkey Island.
I had to wear a hook for a while. It came in handy.
Badumsh.
The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death. Except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Note to self, get more paper for the rest of my adventures. Well, that seems to be it. So yeah. Nice little sum up of the first 5 games if you did not play them before. But now let's get started on the new adventure. So let's see, we have casual mode, all the story and all the fun, but with casual puzzles for the busy on-the-go player. Hard mode, more puzzles, harder puzzles, the full monkey for the pro adventure gamer who wants it all. I think we know good and gosh darn well which one I'm going to go for. Prelude, an unexpected story begins.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here, gently now. Remove my mask. you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah! Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's pretend I have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes.
It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real. Sorry, boys, could you stop following us? It's creepy.
Yes, sir. Come on, I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
Scurvy dogs. I've never had one of those.
No way, you have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
Okay, for those of you who are utterly confused, this is a complete takeoff of the end.
I was that scurvy dog that was bigger than my head.
This is a takeoff of the end of Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge, where it made the whole game seem like you were playing a game as these kids who got lost in a pirate theme park and then got taken away by your parents. So let's see, Chucky has good ideas.
Scurvy dogs with cheese.
Get some scurvy dogs, and let's see, is it real? Wakey wakey. Check the barrel. And let's check the barrel, and then it looks like over here we've got an inventory. Open my to-do list. Junior Mighty Pirates to-do list by Scurvy Dogs.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Sounds real. Sounds real.
Alright.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ah, he's dead to the world.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello?
Okay, space button pauses.
He's dead to the world.
Alright, check the barrel. Ew.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
The words don't look like words, but there's a picture of a scurvy dog.
Mess around the outhouse. Oh, that sounds like fun.
It's locked. Maybe one of the shops has a key.
Tie up Chucky.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
Nah, I want to get scurvy dogs.
Exhibit removed. Aww. I wonder if this is drinking water. Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
Yeah, let's get scurvy dogs instead. I'm hungry.
And yes, I do see where it says to get scurvy dogs, but...
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
Further away from delicious scurvy dogs.
We'll get some scurvy dogs and then go play over there.
Oh, alright, fine.
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
Alright, fine, let's go get some scurvy dogs. That key's on a peg leg.
They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it. It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else. I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
Okay, well, we found the outhouse key.
It unlocks the outhouse.
Did you know you can... Good! You unlocked it.
Chucky, why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Gross. Gross.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
What's this little metal thing?
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Woohoo! I have a fake coin.
It looks like a piece of 8 if you don't see very well.
I get the feeling we're gonna need this to get a scurvy dog.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Please wash hands before leaving outhouse. I'm not touching that gunk. It seems more like something Chucky would do. Hey, Chucky. It says you're supposed to wash your hands.
I never wash my hands. I can stand on my head without using my hands.
I dare you to take a drink of this.
No way, I'm not doing that.
I double dare you to take a drink of this.
Don't want to get sick before I get my scurvy dog.
I double dog dare you to take a drink of this.
I'll do it for 1,000,000 pieces of 8.
You will?
No.
I triple dibble dare you to drink this.
I'll do it if you do it first.
What's that over there?
Where?
Okay, I took a drink.
You did not.
Did so.
Did not.
Did so.
Do it again then.
Okay, you don't have to drink, but I dare you to wash your hands.
Fine. Your turn.
Ew! You actually did it!
I will never ever put my hands in this.
Your turn.
No way!
I want to say your turn.
No way!
Well, that was such a long way to go for that bit, but I'm sure this will pay off.
I am not doing that again. Gross. Hey, look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal?
Oh, it would be nice. Order a couple of scurvy dogs. Ask the counter guy for stuff. Chucky has good
I have an
ideas.
extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my tongue.
What should we do next?
We gotta get to scurvy dogs. I can't believe you never had one.
Order a grog. Order some chicken foot fries. Order a couple of scurvy dogs. Ask the counter guy for stuff.
You kids better have money.
Yeah, we've got all kinds of money. Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money that grown-ups use.
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
I've got this coin that kind of almost looks like a piece of 8.
What can we get with this?
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours. This is the perfect food. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
We can ask him for good ideas, I think.
I wonder where those 2 people we were following went. Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Oh, I can run. That's neat. Let's go that way now.
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky. What are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner. There. Perfect. See you around the park, shitheads.
Okay, so now we have open my to-do list. Mess around and explore, check out the anchor, beat Chucky in a race, feed the duck, add some sauce to my scurvy dog, practice sword fighting, find a 4-leaf clover, make a wish at the wishing well, and find our real parents. Well, let's check out the anchor first.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example. You'd know that if you read as much about anchors as I have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They started making them bigger and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then, people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The little flanges at the tips are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds
I'll bet there's
of
an
people
achievement for
invested a
sitting
lot of
through this
money in these
speech.
wooden anchor companies. But the only way they could keep
There
them
had
from
better be an
floating
achievement
was
for
to put
sitting through
another
this.
Anchor. And so they gave up and went back to the old way. The word anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city. They're called that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read a lot.
If you missed anything, you can press comma to see previous lines. Well, that's helpful that they teach us this now. Press down arrow to see more previous lines, up arrow to go to the next line, and escape to exit. Talk to Dee about the anchor.
At home. That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. Did you know they were used? They started then. The current, but the older you can still on a modern anchor. That's to prevent the little most about 30. Oh,
Okay, so we don't do this again. Agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed. Let's see, challenge Chucky to a race.
Hey, Chucky. Want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1, go!
Woohoo!
I win!
I wonder where this path goes. Did you know your feet won't smell if you don't wash them?
Okay, so we got beat Chucky and race, feed the duck, add some sauce to my scurvy dog, practice sword fighting, find where clover, find a real parents.
Hey, hands off.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Could we have some of your bread to feed the duck?
I don't think so. We brought it for ourselves.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Will you pretend to be our parents again?
What do you mean, again?
Run along and find your real parents.
Yeah, because this couple... We thought they were our parents back in Monkey Island 2, but
In France,
apparently
they call
not.
a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
Don't feed the duck. I want to feed the duck. What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Well,
I once got a scurvy dog that was bigger than my head. You're not going to touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not. Gross.
You should put that on your scurvy dog.
yes, because this is much more sanitary.
It smells bad. Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Best not think about what it was, then.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
And I've got the other half.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. I certainly hope you'll have better manners in the future.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Never mind.
Well, I had thought that maybe telling them that the sign says, "Do not feed the duck," would make them give us the bread, but no such luck.
That's a nice tree.
I'm only pretending to look at the tree. I'm actually spying on that couple by the pond.
Well, it might be cruel to the duck, but...
I'm saving this scurvy dog for myself.
I can stand on my head without using my hands. I wonder where this path goes.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if. I found one.
Awesome.
There was still one left? Darn.
I never thought I'd ever find one.
Let's be frank. You can never hope to beat me.
No way. You'll never catch up to my level.
I win.
I win.
Nuh-uh.
You guys are both pretty weak.
Well, anyway, that was fun.
Well, all we've got left now is make a wish at the wishing well and find a way to feed that duck.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
I should find a coin to throw in. What you looking at?
Those kids jumping rope down there? They're doing it wrong.
Oh, hello.
In France, they call it...
Maybe I should throw this down the wishing well.
I wish for another scurvy dog. I wish for a cool plant. I wish we could speak backwards.
I wish D would disappear.
What?
Hey, neat.
Ouch!
Hey. What you looking at?
Those kids jumping rope down there? They're doing it wrong.
Alright. Well, I believe that gets everything on the to-do list apart from feeding the duck.
I want to feed the duck.
That's our bread.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Never mind.
I wonder where this path goes.
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days, they have no regard for person.
Gotta run!
How rude.
Alright, so with that done...
I stole it from that couple.
Give it some of your bread.
Let's go around here to do it. Alright. Well, that leaves us with nothing left to do but find our real parents. Not exactly a stirring piratey adventure so far, but it did let us get to know the interface and try things out a little bit and give a little bit of background for those of you who have never played a Monkey Island game before. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this chapter here, but next time we will go on a bold quest to find our parents. And I'm sure this will eventually connect to the real Monkey Island storyline eventually. Thanks for watching this special opening day chapter of Return to Monkey Island, and I'll see y'all next time.